we've got Sinden on the couch.
Hey. What's up?
So, Sinden, Hervé, Switch, Trevor Loveys have all been breaking up dance floors over the last year or so with something which sounded to me last night like a kind of turbo ghetto
I like
dance.
turbo. Turbo is definitely an apt term.
Why is turbo a good term for what you do?
Because it's very energetic, it's very fast-paced, and it's a kind of fitting term, I think. It's very kind of hyperactive. It doesn't really sit still in one place, it's always moving about. That's how we kind of make our tracks. They don't really sort of stay still for any sort of long time. We're just kind of moving on and you know, switching it up.
And it seems to have quite a kind of, you know, the term tearing up the dance floor seems quite apt.
Yeah, it does, yeah. We're recently pictured on a front cover of a magazine with chainsaws, like tearing through some speakers.
Did you start doing remixes because you were being asked to do them, or did you start doing remixes because you wanted to create stuff for your DJ sets?
A little bit of both, really. Obviously, you know, to get paid and to remix is obviously the best. But also, we're doing a lot of club tours as well, so we'll just like make tunes for our clubs, for our DJ sets, just to kind of spice them up, and a lot of them really don't get released, but that's something that kind of defines our DJ sets and make them a bit stand out from others.
I mean, in a way, that really taps into that old thing about having to go to see a DJ to hear a track.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, it's something that you can't actually. It's not a commodity that you can go out and buy. It's something that's kind of you would only hear if you listened to one of my DJ sets or heard like a radio set or something like that. And there are a lot of sampling, so they might not always come out because they're a bit kind of. Not that that's been an issue for us. We always put out sampled tracks before, but.
Yeah, I think that definitely it kind of changes the relationship between a DJ and people on the dance floor, doesn't it? If you know you're going to be getting something there that you can't get anywhere else, and it also means that you're putting more in because you're having to make the effort to go to hear the stuff. So I don't know. Do you find that the people that come and see you? That's kind of a bit of a cul-de-sac question, really, isn't it?
I don't know. Possibly. I mean, that's what I like to think that I kind of offer something more than just playing my own tracks or playing kind of tracks that I'm into. You know, hopefully people go back and at the end of the night and go, "Wow, that's like I never heard that before. That's like what he did with that tune's like really, really cool."
So how prolific are you? How many? I mean, I don't know. In an average week, how many mixes or tracks do you do?
At a minute, we're doing like 1 or 2 a week. We're just putting them away, but now we need to kind of hold back on the remixes for a bit because just like got an album we're working on, so it's about time we kind of maybe stop saturating the market a little bit and held a bit back for the album.
So who's the we in that?
This is my production partner, Count of Monte Cristo, who also goes under the name of Hervé. He's a guy I've been working with sort of for the last year, actually. We're very much influenced by like ghetto house, like from Chicago and Detroit, and Miami-based music, hip-hop too. But it's funny, actually I never really was into house music until I met Switch and people like that. And for me, it didn't really have that bassline sound. But as soon as I heard his productions, then I started really getting into house music. I didn't think it was like that before. So
in that kind of area, you know, ghetto house, booty bass, who are the kind of people that really do it for you?
I think like the pioneers, people like DJ Funk, Godfather, Assault, people like that. A lot of dudes in Chicago, kind of the main people. And then there's a lot of new kids coming through as well, and it's great now. Music is there's kids in Europe making that kind of music. There's kids in Switzerland making Baltimore club music, in Australia. So it's not really you can't really put a location on it anymore. I mean, Chicago and those American cities are like the kind of the home of it.
Do you think it's important as a producer to almost not care about what you're supposed to do? Because, I mean, you know, really, nothing sacred, is it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very easy to get caught up. I mean, in that whole kind of dance music snobbery thing. I mean, with house music, it's something that that's always existed. Actually, like there's a kind of deep house brigade, or that kind of, you know, you can't do that. You know, you can't sample that. You know, that's. I remember once Switch played an ABBA track, which I gave him, which was like a kind of cut up of Voulez-Vous, and he played it at this party in London with all these kind of deep house, kind of disco house people, and they were like on the forums the next day, Switch is playing ABBA, you know, it's shit, what's he doing? I was like, fuck it, it's like, it's great.
Well, what makes you say that or be like that? Why don't you care?
I don't know really. I just think, you know, I'm just happy to kind of show my influences, and sometimes, admittedly, they are a bit kind of iffy. But I suppose that's what we pride ourselves on. Really, at the end of the day, is like not really giving too much of a fuck, and basically, just doing what sounds right, really.
And is kind of, you know, fun a big part of it?
Fun is definitely the biggest part of it. It should basically evoke that kind of provoke a reaction, which is like, this is just fun music and not something in which you kind of is too serious or you have to think about a lot. It's something which basically is kind of move your waist, and you don't really have to use your head about it, and just kind of let go, and that's what our stuff sort of does.
You're a CD-only DJ, right?
Yeah, CDJs at the minute. I'm thinking about Serato, using Serato with CDs. I've kind of resisted Ableton at the moment. I know Switch started on Ableton, but now he's CDJs, and Hervé and Trevor Loveys are Ableton users, which I think is good. I think you can get good results off every format you use. Vinyl is still good. Serato's good. I think I've seen people like use CDJs incredibly, like very, very versatile on CDJs. It's basically knowing your tool.
So who's brilliant on CDJs?
Errol Alkan is amazing on CDJs. He's got like his loop points and the way he's just like playing with the pitch and like using the wide pitch. So it's basically like the feature on the CDJ on the Mark IIIs is basically you can go down to like really like 0 BPM all the way up to like 200 or 300 or something. And he's really he's just really creative with just loop points and.
So what do you think about that kind of vinyl is best sort of school of thought?
I'd say it's something. I think vinyl is still really valid, and also people that DJ on vinyl, and if they're really tight, that's awesome as well. I don't think necessarily computers are the way forward. It's how we use them. I think you can have a computer and DJ off Ableton, but if you're just really just mixing, like as I would be doing on a CDJ, there's no advantage to doing it. But if you're using it really creatively and bringing something new, I think it's good.
I mean, obviously there's the kind of the easiness of carrying it. Are there any other reasons why you use CDs and not vinyl?
Because a lot of the tracks I get given are like CDs. A lot of promo companies are mailing out CDs instead of vinyl now. A lot of the tracks I make, I can just burn quickly onto CD, and it's just the ease of having your laptop wherever you go and just doing something on the plane, burning it onto a CD, like ready for the club the same evening.
I like the way that you sort of spread everything out. You've got your own little messy table on the side of the decks.
I'm really, really messy. It's... I should be more organised.